HighTechLegion.com. This is Skate Nick here today to show you one of Gigabyte's more higher end motherboards. This is the Z77X-UD5H. This motherboard contains a ton of features for both the mainstream and the high-end power user. Now as we move around the motherboard, this is the top right corner here. What we get is our power switch, reset switch, CMOS reset switch, debug LEDs, and then they have some contact points here labeled for multimeter voltage monitoring. System fan, we get our 4 DIMM slots, 24 pin motherboard power connector, USB 3.0 header. Now as we move to the bottom corner, we get to the storage interfaces. Now the Intel Z77 chipset will take care of these 2 SATA 3 ports and then 4 SATA 2 ports, as well as the mSATA port that is there for the smart response technology. And then they've also integrated 2 Marvell 88SE9172 chips. What those take care of is these 2 SATA 3 ports, as well as there is a GSATA 3 port right here, and then the eSATA port on the back end. And now we'll look at the bottom of the board here. What we get is 2 front panel USB 3.0 headers. Now what they've done is installed 2 VIA VL810 hubs, and those control these front pin headers, as well as 4 of the USB 3.0 ports on the back. Then we get the GSATA port here, controlled by that Marvell controller. We get the dual BIOS switch here, where you can switch to either the BIOS, just the regular front panel jumpers. We get another system fan, a couple USB headers, TMP. We got the F1394 and the front panel audio. Now that IEEE 1394A port that I pointed out right here is controlled by this VIA VT6308 chip, but there is also a port on the rear as well that is controlled by that same chip. Now for expansion slots, we get 3 PCIe 1X slots. There are 3 PCIe 16X slots, as well as a single PCI slot. And then they've also included a SATA connector on the front here for when if you're doing any kind of SSLI or TRI-Fire and you need extra power for those slots. Now as we take a look at the other side here, what we see is that VIA VT6308 chip right there. Right here is the Realtek ALC898 codec. And we have 2 LAN chips installed. Right over here is the Atheros Gigabit LAN, and then right above that is the Intel Gigabit LAN. And then right there is the VIA VL810 controller for the extra USB. Now just to give you a shot of the rear connectivity here, what we have is a VGA port, a DVI-D port, we got optical HDMI display port. We got 2 USB 2.0 connectors with the eSATA. We got the dual LAN connections, and then underneath are the USB 3.0 connections. And then we have our 3.5 audio connections. Now as far as the general key features with the motherboard, this is Gigabyte's 3D power, which is an all-digital engine. They also use the 3D BIOS with the dual UEFI BIOS. This is constructed with their Ultra Durable 4 technology. What that Ultra Durable 4 is a 2x copper PCB. They have humidity protection, electrostatic protection, power failure protection, as well as high temperature protection. And they also use a new glass fabric PCB. You get the dual Gigabyte LAN, the Creative Sound XFI ability, Intel Smart Response, and then you get the accessories as well. This comes with a Bluetooth 4.0 and Wi-Fi add-in card. Now here is a quick look at the accessories. We get our general SATA cables here. It looks like we get a USB extender. It looks like a jumper extender here. A back panel, or it could even be a front panel, depending. Yeah, that looks like a front panel actually. USB 3.0, but it fits in the 3.5 inch slot there. We have our, this is the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi card. The chip on there is an Atheros AR5B22 model, but it is stamped and labeled Gigabyte, so this might be of their own design. We get the two antennas, general driver CD, Bluetooth driver CD. It just looks like general information on the actual Wi-Fi card, the internal Wi-Fi card installation guide. General user's manual, multilingual guide, stickers, looks like interconnect SLI bridge, and then our back panel shield. And that is the new Gigabyte Z77X-UD5H motherboard.